Alright guys, hope you're all well and welcome back to the channel. So today is the day we start my Blu-ray and DVD collections of the year. So it's finally here, it's finally happening. I did my overview video a couple of days ago, but now it's time to get into the good old glory of the Blu-ray collection series. And we're starting off as always with the Action Collection. So this is going to be part one, because I got quite a lot of action films in my collection, and if I did it all in one video, it would be ridiculously long. I mean, I don't want you lot to sort of like go, oh no, this is boring me. But that's alright. But anyway, we're going to split it up into two parts, and I won't say too much about each film. I'll probably just do what I did before, say a little bit about each one, maybe not say anything about it, because this isn't reviewing, this is just the collection to see what I've got. So, yep, Action Collection, here we go. Let's get into it. Part one. It has grown a lot since the last time, so bear with me. So let's go. We're going to kick off with Denzel Washington and Mark Wahlberg in Two Guns. Yeah, pretty good action film from what I remember. And then we got some Jean-Claude Van Damme and Scott Adkins in Assassination Games. Assassin. The A-Team, great film. I still have not watched the series. I know I should watch it. Oh, I don't know. It's on my watch list though. Then we have this little Van Damme collection. I've advertised it as AWOL. I did used to have AWOL in my martial arts section, but because it's in this little set, I decided to get rid of that one. But I still counted AWOL as a martial arts film, but the only reason I put this in the action section is because I got Death Warrant and Black Eagle, which I have watched, and I think I've seen Death Warrant. I can't remember. Have I seen Death Warrant? I'm not sure. But looking forward to checking that out if I haven't watched it already. But decent action films there. Yeah. Okay, up next is Babylon AD, Vin Diesel and Michelle Yeoh. Yeah, pretty good. The Bad Boys 1 and 2. Ballerina, a great film. Loved this film. I'm a huge fan of John Wick, so if you haven't seen this film and you're a John Wick fan, I recommend you watch this one. I really hope there's a sequel to Ballerina. Great film, that. It's sort of set in the John Wick universe as well, so yeah, but must have it if you're a fan of John Wick, as I am. Okay, next up is the Battle Royale, or Battle Royale, classic, great Japanese film, basically before the Hunger Games. So if you want something like Hunger Games with a bit more blood and gore, then this is definitely the film for you. Brilliant film. I haven't seen the second one. I know they did a sequel to this, but I haven't seen it. So what's your thoughts on that? But yeah, good film, that. Next we have Jason Statham film, Blitz. Yeah, pretty good, decent action film, that. Next we have Steven Seagal in Born to Raise Hell. Good film, and I like the song. I think it's Metalhead. Yeah, Born to Raise Hell. Really good film, this. I like the song as well. Obviously, I don't think it's... I don't know if this is based on the song or the title, but yeah, good film, that. I love Steven Seagal. I mean, not many people do. I know my dad doesn't like him. He's not a big fan of Steven Seagal, but I quite like Steven Seagal. You know, he's a good action hero. Alright, next up is a Braven with Jason Momoa. Yeah, really good action film set in the wilderness. Bullet to the Head. Charlie's Angels, the only one I own, and I'm pretty sure it's the only one I'm ever going to own. I don't think I'm going to get the sequel, even though they did do a UK Blu-ray release of this, but I'm not really bothered about the second one, so there you go. And I have not watched the remake either, so I don't know about that one. But that's a good one. Next, we have a Clint Eastwood film, Coogan's Bluff. I've really put this in the action section because it looks like an action film. So that's all I'm going to say about Coogan's Bluff. Clint Eastwood classic. Yeah, good film. Contraband. Colombiana, fantastic revenge film. I like this one. Zoe Saldana goes from a little girl who grows up to be an assassin to get the hunt revenge on her parents' murder. She goes to find her uncle and asks him to, I want you to train me to become a killer, basically. And she grows up and she starts off being a good old sort of hit woman. So, yeah, good film, that. I'm surprised they didn't do a sequel to that. That would have been good as a sequel, like a Colombiana 2, But, yeah. Commando, one of my favourite Arnold Schwarzenegger films of all time, still is my top 10 Schwarzenegger film. If I was doing a top 10 films list, I would probably put this at the top of my list. So, yeah, good film. Well, probably not list. I'll probably do like a by genre, maybe. Maybe one day I'll do that in the future, like top 10 action, top 10 Western, war, whatever. But, yeah, good film that. I love Schwarzenegger. Can't go wrong. And also following up with his co-partner, I guess we call it, with Sylvester Stallone as well. I like both actors, so you're going to see a lot of Stallone, a lot of Schwarzenegger in my collection. This is a good set. This comes with Cobra, Assassins, Tango and Cash, The Specialist, and Demolition Man. Great films, of course. You might be thinking, well, hang on, isn't Demolition Man a sci-fi? It is a sci-fi, but because it's in the Stallone collection, I've had to put it in the action section, but still. But, yeah, good film, though, from what I remember. Next, we have Crank, Jason Statham film. A pretty good film, of course. He plays a guy who has a mechanical heart, and he has to keep it juiced up with a lot of, like, in this one, it's all about energy drinks, and the second one was all about electricity. I haven't got the second one. I did used to have the second one. Oddly enough, I had the Blu-ray of it, and for some particular reason, the Blu-ray would not work at all, which is a bit shit, really. You're thinking, what the fuck? You got a Blu-ray, you got a Blu-ray player, and it won't work. Why? Is there something wrong with it? I don't know. I tried on my PS4, I tried on my Blu-ray player, it did not even work at all. Bit random, really, so I'm going to have to get that on DVD, hopefully, if I can find a good copy. But, yeah, good film, the first one. Alright, we're nearly good, we're doing good, we're in the D's. Okay, up next, we have more Statham, Death Race. Pretty good action, like, sort of racing film. I'm not a big fan of racing films or anything in racing. I'm not a big racing guy, so that's all I'm going to say about that. But good film, that one. This is actually, I think, a remake of the... Isn't this a remake of a Sylvester Stallone film? Or is that something else I'm thinking of? Death Race 2000 or whatever that is. And they got one, I'm not really sure. I think it's Death Race. I'm pretty sure there's a Death Race already with Sylvester Stallone. But I enjoyed this one. But yeah, the second one and the third one were absolute trash. I didn't like them at all. I got rid of them. I had to. They were god awful. Okay, up next, Death Wish. 1 to 5. Charles Bronson, classics, love these. The third one's my favourite. I love the gun in the third one. And then you got the Death Wish remake from 2018 with Bruce Willis. Very sad about Bruce Willis now because he's not acting anymore. He's retired and he's not very well. He's got dementia. So it's a very sad thing about actors nowadays that they're not doing a lot. Okay, next up is Jean-Claude Van Damme, Derailed. Really good film. Not on Blu-ray. I would have thought this would be on Blu-ray, but it's not. But yeah, good film. Speaking of more Bruce Willis, we have... Oh, this is Dusty. So Dusty. Look at that, Dusty. The Die Hard collection, of course. Love all the Die Hards. Are they the right way up? Yeah, that's them. Yeah, Die Hard, Die Hard 2, Die Harder, Die Hard with a Vengeance, with Samuel L. Jackson, and the Die Hard 4.0. Yeah, good Bruce Willis films. And then, of course, we have A Good Day to Die Hard, which not many people liked, but I enjoyed it. Good film set in Russia. That's all I'm going to say about them. Next, we have Driven to Kill, another Steven Seagal film. Yeah, good film, that. Good film about a kidnapped daughter, I think, and he goes off to rescue her. So, yeah. Okay, next we have the Equalizer films. So, Equalizer from 2014. Good film, that. Denzel Washington. Equalizer 2. And Equalizer 3. Will they do a fourth? I don't know. My dad likes them. I like them. They're good. I've seen the series as well, and that's a good show. With what's her name? Queen Latifah? Yeah. Escape Plan. The Expendables. Great film. I love The Expendables. Huge Expendables fan. Expendables 2. Expendables 3, possibly still my favourite of the collection now. I was going to say trilogy, but can't be a trilogy without the fourth. Expendables 4, great film. I wish I watched this in the cinema. I really wish I did watch this in the cinema. What year did this come out? 2023? Yeah, good film. Although Sylvester Stallone is not in it a lot, which is a bit odd, but obviously Jason Statham takes over the reign, and obviously I'm pretty sure everyone's seen this by now, but if you haven't, then watch it. So I'm not going to say too much, but good film. I enjoy it though. Okay, next we have a John Woo classic, Face Off. John Travolta and Nicolas Cage. Great film. Swap faces. Right, next we have my Fast and Furious collection, so bear with. Fast and Furious. Too Fast, Too Furious. Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. Not the biggest fan of this one, but it's still okay. Fast and Furious. I'll just do this, it's more better. Fast 5, great film. I like the addition of The Rock in that. Fast and Furious 6. Fast and Furious 7, my favourite of the series. Right, Fast and Furious 8. Fast and Furious 9. And then Fast X, which is still great. Brilliant film. Yeah, love this. I watched this in the cinema with my dad. I don't know if he liked it. He liked it, so, because, well, I'm a fan of this series, so, yeah. Will they do 11? I think they are doing 11, I'm not sure. Hopefully they'll do 11, but yeah, love that. Right, hang on a minute. Let me move this. Tell you what I'm gonna do. Here we are. That's better. Ugh. Is that better? Because I keep bending down and you can't see my face. So, right, here we go. We're nearly done. Faster. Fire with Fire. Good film. Again, Bruce Willis. Joshua Hamill, Rosario Dawson. Yeah, good action film. The Foreigner. This is a great film. Basically, like, what's that Schwarzenegger film? Like Collateral Damage, basically. Jackie Chan has to hunt down a bomber. His daughter gets killed in a bomb attack, and he has to go and hunt them down. Good film, that. From Paris with Love. I like that film a lot. Hard Boiled, great film. Chow Yun-fat, of course. John Woo, classic, great film. The video game Stranglehold was inspired by this game, and they played the same characters. So to put Hard Boiled into Stranglehold was a great film. Great game as well. I got the game in my 360 collection, which I have done a video on, so check that out if you want to. Alright, Hardcore Henry. Hard Target, great film. I haven't watched it yet. I should watch this soon, hopefully. But yeah, good film. I might have to go through my unwatched section soon. Alright, Hitman, great film. Love Hitman. I like the game as well. I only like the Absolution game. So yeah, the old ones I'm not a fan of. I don't know why, but I found them very difficult. But good film. Hitman Agent 47. Honest Thief, great film. I haven't watched this yet. I don't think I've seen this yet, or have I? Have I watched this? I have. I have watched it. Yeah, I have watched it. Yeah. I'm still watching my shelf by shelf videos where I'm not videos. Basically, I'm going through all my genres and watching every single one of them. And it's taking me too long to get through. I tell you what, when you have this many movies and you're trying to go for all of them, it's hard. But I'm doing quite good. I'm doing my horrors at the moment, so I need to continue with them. I'm halfway through my Nightmare on Elm Street collection. So yeah, does anyone else do that when you're thinking, oh, what should I watch in my collection? You think, I think I'm going to sit through my whole collection, but it will take me a long time. Just do what I do. Pick what films you want to do and do a list of what you've watched, which I've already done. Well, yeah. Okay, continuing on. Hot Fuzz, great film. I love the reference between Point Break and Bad Boys 2. Yeah, good film, that. Point Break or Bad Boys 2? Which one do you think I prefer? No, I mean, which one do you want to watch first? You are pulling my leg. It's basically helping Simon Pegg's character get him to be a better cop. So that's why Nick Frost's character says, I can show you how. And they start watching action films, and that's how the ending battle, they think, oh, there we go, we're going to reenact these. They put all that into their police businesses. So, yeah, good film, that. Love Hot Fuzz. I have Shaun of the Dead and The World's End, but they'll be coming up in later collections. Alright. I Am Wrath. John Wick. As I mentioned, when I showed off Ballerina. Yeah. John Wick Chapter 2, Chapter 3, or Parabellum. Don't know. I don't know where this is actually from. I think this is an import. I don't know where this is from. I think this is... I don't know where this is actually from. It doesn't say where it's from. I don't know. It's not German. I know it's not German. Because if it was German, it'd have that big blue or red sticker over it. It's not German. I don't know where this is from. I think it's a Polish film. I'm not sure. But I like that. And then we got John Wick Chapter 4. This was very, very, very long. I have to admit, 169 minutes. I don't know if you can see that on the back. There we go. Runtime. Look at that, 169 minutes for John Wick. Why would you want to make John Wick a long film? Obviously, it's the last one, so I'm thinking, oh, we're going to make a long one. So, okay, 169 minutes. It's not bad that it's long. So, yeah, but I don't know. If I was going to watch the whole series in one sitting, I'd be like, okay. Anyway, more Steven Seagal. We have Keeper, Kill Bill, and Kill Bill 2. Good films. I don't know what's happening with this series. I think, wasn't there something about like they were going to do the whole film in one go, but that never happened? I mean, what's the point of making this into one film when you can already do that by watching 2 films in one go, like do one after the other or something, or try and combine it into... It would have been good if it was just one film, but they cut out some parts of it. Yeah, good film, that. I like Tarantino, though. He's a good director. Right, we're nearly done now. Alright, Last Action Hero, Schwarzenegger, Leon, the Lethal Weapon collection. I've only seen up to... I think I've only seen the first one on Blu-ray. How long have I had this set? I've had this for a few years, I think, now. 2023 Christmas or 24 Christmas. One of the Christmases I had this, I can't remember, but yeah, good film, that. Right, now we're nearly done, so let's get the last pile. It's a very small one. Sorry, bear with. Right, here we go. Right, I've got to put all these back on the shelf in a minute. Oh, it's going to be a nightmare. Oh dear. Alright, here we go. Next, moving on. Alright, so we've got Lock Up with Stallone and David Sutherland, or Donald Sutherland, yeah. Very sad about him, he died a few years ago. Max Payne, great film. Big fan of the game. I know many people don't like this film because, well, they just don't like that kind of thing. I don't know why, but I like it. It's good. It's decent. The Mechanic, great film. I love The Mechanic. Jason Statham. Mechanic Resurrection. And finally, we end on the M's with Charles Bronson classic, Murphy's Law. Great film. And there you go. That's it. That's part 1 of Action or Done. So, I'm going to put all these back on the shelf. I'll have a little break now, for now. And then I'll be back maybe later on with the second part of Action. So, I hope you all enjoyed. And I'll see you all in the next one. See you all. Ta-da!